this work? It does work. Okay. This is using window capture. Let's see what nonsense this is. I say nonsense, but I do like isekais and stuff. Sometimes. This is an Otome game as well. Servant.
As I stumble through the forest, unseen hands push from all around. Are you trying to show me a place I've already been? But these hands have wrapped around me and direct me where to go. They keep circling and circling round my head. Fly, butterfly, from my grasp, you escape me. Sing me your lies, tempt me with your enchanting dance. Back and forth we rock the pendulum swinging. Behind my eyes it must be the pain still lingering. Do I trust you or myself? Is no one left to help? And yet back and forth we swing to rhythms we can't perceive. Fly, butterfly, in the dark you found light. Show me the ways you escaped my embrace. Fly, butterfly, from my grasp, you escape me. Sing me your lies, tempt me with your enchanting dance. Back and forth we rock the pendulum swinging. On and on we walk, but I keep on singing for a new life, a new world where my voice can be heard. And yet back and forth we swing to rhythms we can't perceive.
Oh, what happened there? No real villainesses or romance novels were harmed in the making of this game. For streamers, mute the music channel under settings if you are creating content for YouTube. Could you not have told me that before playing that music? Yeah? Before? Before? Yeah? Good idea? Okay, fine. They said to mute the music. So basically like this, right? Basically you can't... You know what? I don't care. My YouTube channel is not monetized anyway. Forget it. We can have it done. Difficulty, story mode, detective mode. Sure, I'll leave it. Skip, whatever, leave that. Extras? Sure, very good. So, Otome Isekai game. There aren't many of these on Steam, eh? There are a lot of visual novels. There are a lot of light novels. And a hell of a lot of anime these days. But I'm not sure there actually are any English version games on Steam. Not many anyway. I'm sure there are a few. I don't think it was clear there, but I think I was supposed to click something, which I did. Yeah, Isekai games haven't met with the success of the anime/light novels yet. Especially in the Western world. I think in Japan there are. Maybe. But a lot of those games don't. There are a lot of weird visual novels and stuff in Japan, like games. But I don't think most of them have not made the jump over to the Western world yet. This one looks like it was developed just in the West though. This is not a Japanese game that jumped to the West. This is straight up West, I think. Sure. What is your season of birth? Spring. If this is a demo, it is more likely for spring to have any sort of effect on the game, because you can only probably play one season. RPGs are kind of isekais in that you are the player are playing in the game world. That's true from a philosophical point of view, yeah. It depends if you are... I mean, Crosscode, the Crosscode game that we played was kind of an isekai. Right? You, as a player, or your character was stuck in the other worlds. Yeah, but you're looking for it more from a one level up kind of view. Like you as a player immersed in the game. It's kind of like a philosophical isekai thing. Yeah, kind of. Anyway, the time when floods best wash away corpses. Regardless of your unfortunate birth, you must move onwards. What is that? Do you feel that something is lacking? You would like some way to make this more about you? Very well. Your tastes are the highest priority. What is your food of choice? No capitals or spaces allowed. Noodles. I'm gonna see you feed me noodles in a fantasy world. You enjoy sucking long rubbery things. Oh, so you actually interpreted what I typed and changed it into something else. That's kind of cool. But maybe not this specific description though. Into your mouth? How lewd does that sound? I suppose that is one way to gain popularity. So who are you? Who is speaking? I'm gonna kill you when I find you. You have exquisite taste in your mouth anyway. Yes, very neat game. Were you expecting more questions? More focus on your desires? That time has passed. After all, yours is not the only story. Floppy strands. That might have been correct. Yeah, they did. Not the only story. Your story. Chapter 1. Wheel of Fortune. The purpose of existence is that one should become conscious. Carl Jung. I like trippy games, so I hope this game becomes really trippy. But I think if it's just an Otome game, it probably won't be. But that start was pretty decent. So Otome games, by the way, are games where you have one female lead character and usually a harem of like male characters who can be romantic choices. That's usually what an Otome game is structured like. What would you wish the world to be shaped by? Collaboration or justice? Collaboration. So you wish to work by consensus? Take care which voices you value and which you ignore. The opposite of what, sorry? The opposite of Otome? I think it's just a harem. Yeah, it's just either like a harem game or like a gal game, I guess. Yeah, whereas Otome is like, yeah, specifically for like female lead with male romantic choices, several of them. So this one's an Isekai Otome game. Allegedly. No, not quite immortal. What happened there? Oh, I was rolling my mouse wheel. Sure, let's go on. So out of curiosity, it doesn't actually let me pick a different choice, right? Oh, it does. It does actually let me pick the other choice. You value correcting wrongs? It is always interesting to see what is fixed by undoing harm and what is broken. This is suddenly 1000x resist again. So I can actually roll back the wheel and pick the other option again. Also, there's something happening down here, but I'm not sure what, right? Like that thing decreased. Was it a time limit? Maybe. But if you're telling me it's a time limit, what do you do when faced with a challenging problem? See, if it's a time limit, I'm just going to sit here and let it expire. Yeah, time limit is odd if I can rewind. Ah, not deciding how to solve a problem is a safe choice. I guess they're trying to be like Oxenfree, right? Which we played earlier, a couple months ago. It's the triple dot tries, yeah. What do you do when faced with a challenging problem? Let's go independent. Create your own path. There are more ways to solve a problem if you have no restrictions. If you do not mind what other problems are created along the way. So the first two characters are Emperor and Hermit. Those are tarot cards as well, right? So this might be like tarot themed as well, depending on what the other characters are. Might be the prettiest possible man. Magician, yeah, so these are definitely tarot cards. Which is, well, yeah, they might not be the real characters, but they're drawn. Like they're not a random sign hanging from a stage by chains, right? These are actually drawn characters. But their names in the game might be something else. They probably do have real names. Which is more important to you? To find love through forgiveness, to love yourself in your own strength. Let's go the slightly naughty route. Loving and respecting yourself can help you overcome many trials. Yes, I agree. That was also one of the issues with Oxenfree, kind of. Except there the timers were not that long. There they really they use like not all the options, not all the conversations had the same conversation length. Some of them were really short. So basically, if you didn't jump in right away, the conversation will flow on without you. This one, so far, we've just seen long bars. So we'll see if that changes. Are you willing to extend that love and respect to others as well? By the way, Flo, how are you still awake? Just curious. Are you sleeping at all tonight? I just realized that what time it is over there. And it is the weekend, that's true. Save the villainess. That's me. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm gonna save myself. Yeah, you should be sleeping. I know. I 100% appreciate you here. But I was looking at the clock and yeah. I won't tell anyone though if you don't. What is this? Where am I? Who am I? The opposite title of Slave the Princess. Save the Villainess. And why am I in a strangely moving character? Oh, it is blood, you're right. I didn't notice this card. Ah, comes off a person's body when they've been fatally stabbed. I see. For some reason, I didn't notice the blood at first. I didn't notice the wound. A strangely moving carriage with comfortable seat cushions. A good place to die. Very comfortable seat cushions. Also, that moon is way too big. No, I will not be distracted. Why do I not remember anything? After all, while I know that I sleep soundly, this entire situation is very strange. Hold on, I do remember something. I know that I sleep soundly. Unfortunately, that is not exactly the most useful knowledge to remember. Perhaps I can recall something else if I think deeply. What else do I remember? I know that I can feed fish with my amazing dancing skills. But this fact, whatever that means, is not going to be it's not going to be useful to me right now. Yeah, pretty much guaranteed to pass away within the next century. Yeah, except in very rare cases. And they might survive the second century. But very rare. I have more immediately important things I need to remember. For one, what kind of person was I? Why am I traveling somewhere in a slow-moving carriage on lush, comfortable, yet oddly ominous cushions? That's true, yeah. Red and purple never bode well. And why is my neck so sore? If I reach up to touch it, I don't think I can click here. Oh, maybe I can. Well, now I have another question. It's not clear to me when I can click to force this thing to pop up, or when it's like doing a cutscene thing where I can't click. Why? And in cases like this, it doesn't even require me to click. Actually, I'm not 100% sure I've needed to click anything so far. It might have just been coincidence. Why is my hand covered in blood when I touch my neck? Is someone trying to kill me right now? Are these incredibly large cushions murder weapons? Why do I know how to murder someone with a cushion? I have to calm down. If I'm going to survive and determine what is happening, I have to be serene. Which is hard to do when my neck is covered in blood. Serene. Om. At least my head is still attached to my strangely sore neck. Oh. Because apparently, I know what it would be like to have my head not be attached to my neck. This is not helping my serenity. So this is like that recent anime that I watched but you didn't, Satinal. I don't remember what it was called. It's slipping my mind now. Serene. I think it was between 1 and 2 years ago. I'm serene. I am in a carriage, yes. Well, I should be in a carriage. It's also like the less recent anime I did watch and you did too. I have a head. Their titles are also similar. After a while, I can't really remember them. I have a neck. They are delightfully connected mostly. I have to keep my head. Losing my head will be fatal, figuratively and literally. I am vulnerable, injured, and cannot remember anything remotely useful. I think it was a 7-loop one, yeah. Yes, I think it was a 7-loop one. I need to find some information that can help me. Because she got executed in one of the loops, like in the first loop, in the main loop. So she did things to try to... Was it the 7-loop one? The loop 7 one? I think it was. Anyway, even if this carriage is moving very strangely, something has to be making it move. I can hear the horses pulling it, and if horses are pulling it. Actually, yeah, I don't think it's the 7-loop one. I think in the 7-loop one, she was murdered by the general of the opposing side, and then in the anime, in the loops, she befriended him instead. So no, it's not the 7-loop one. It's the one where the princess was beheaded. She had a companion. She had a diary that she could write in, and her future self could see or something. She had a loyal servant who came to her cell to brush her hair. So when she got out and she was living one of her time, living her actual life, she recruited that servant again. I remember those plot line things. I don't remember the name of the show. I can hear the horses pulling it, and if horses are pulling it, someone must be guiding them. Yeah, I know. I would have to look it up later. So if I yell out the window... See, you're yelling out the back window though. That is odd. The window does not appear to open. Yeah, it was Tia Moon. I think it was Tia Moon, yeah. Tia Moon sounds correct. Perhaps if I yell loudly, the driver will hear me. Hello, Mr. Carriage Driver. Could you please tell me where we are going? He's not answering me. Well, if the driver is not doing his job properly, I suppose he would choose not to answer me. What happened to my wound? It's gone. When did that happen? So between this scene and this scene, her neck wound just disappeared. How does that happen? So I have realized with my extensive memory of about 10 minutes, if you want to get something done, do it yourself. So what should I investigate first? Oh, you again. Now you're a picture frame. So you need a little additional assistance? One might even say help. As always, I live to serve. For certain definitions of serve and live. Secretary. Capturing Hearts, a guide. Cancelled. The Villainess Survival Guide, an instruction manual. Am I supposed to click or am I not supposed to click? I'm so far not clicking. I want to see if it advances by itself. So this is the description on the game page on Steam. Congratulations, you have found yourself in possession of one Villainess. In order to help your Villainess succeed, you'll need to know the following information. So this kind of implies that you the player, are kind of part of the game as well. Night. The moon represents nighttime. Oh, it is harder to see in the nighttime. Also, people are more likely to try to murder you. On a positive side, at least your terrifying nightmares and heartfelt conversations with potential murderers might be useful. 2. The sun represents daytime. Oh. Many clues are easier to find if there is light and people are awake to speak with you. Not all clues are helpful, not all people tell the truth. The narrator will not be responsible for any injury, irritation, emotional complications, or prolonged rashes that result from gathering clues. Your brain went to Mafia. My brain went to Cultist Simulator for some reason. But Mafia is actually a good leap of logic as well. Like from this page alone. 3. The combination of the sun and moon represents an unusual time. Sometimes one's villainess might encounter a time that is neither night nor day. Strange things might happen when time is no longer in effect. Stranger than taking advice from a talking book. You be the judge. Yeah, Cultist Simulator did have time progressing though. And like things happening while you're at work and then like at home doing your cultist things. So day, night, and I'm not sure how this page helps me. It had timers, yeah. The heart represents a love choice. One cannot buy love, but one can decide whether they wish to gain love or to lose it. Do you want romance for a villainess? Do you want something else? Persistent worlds and mini games. I wonder how easy it is to program a game like that. Like Cultist Simulator, you mean? Yeah. it might be interesting to try, eh? Do you want romance for Villainess? Do you want something else? Should you care more about impending murder than manipulating emotions? The red hearts represent an affection-raising choice. Is your dream to find love? When a love choice is made and you see red hearts rise into the air, love is being increased. So this sounds like the currently airing anime, right? The Tensei Oji-san, man. Akuyaku Reijo Tensei Oji-san. Yes. Truly, love is all you need, so long as you do not care about pesky details like staying alive. The black heart represents an affection-lowering choice. Yeah. Do you hate romance? When a love choice is made and you see a black heart break and fall, love is being decreased. There are few things more satisfying than reveling in others' misery. Let them eat little cakes. The magnifier represents a deductive choice. Do you like solving mysteries? Whether you do or not, you must to survive. If you make incorrect deductive choices, your villainess will face a terrifying ending. But perhaps there are things you can only learn when all hope is lost. Spoilers. So the purple butterfly represents a correct choice. Do you like being right? When the deduction choice is made and you see a purple butterfly fly upwards, you made a correct deduction. You can then bask in smug satisfaction until the next murder attempt. The red butterfly represents a failed deduction choice. Do you enjoy failure? When a deduction choice is made and you see a red butterfly fly downwards, you made a deduction that will lead to failure. However, some failed deductions will have unusual consequences if you do not mind the risk of death. 1101. Should you wish to receive fewer direct clues from me and no longer see hearts or butterflies after your choices, you can choose to act as a detective rather than view this as a story. You can make this transformation within settings. If you have previously visited, you also have the control to skip through this tale. I hope my service is as subtle as you are. There may be other hints and tricks for you to discover, but only if you can find a way to save the villainess. It is currently set that way. I'm not sure I like to set it that way. So this did actually go through the entire thing. Okay. Should you wish to revisit my assistance or read? Oops. I rolled a mouse view and everything disappeared. You may seek me at any time at the sign of the butterfly. Solve the mystery. Write the story. Save Tagi, the villainess. See, that presentation was a lot, but that better not be the entire demo. Okay, good. Wait, do you believe you already know it all? Yeah, well, if you saw me in crosscode and you saw me use my cursor, I flung my cursor a lot. I've talked about this in one of my blog posts. How I have this obsession with like balancing the mouse. The mouse cursor sometimes kind of plays into that as well. Yeah, I know. It's just a habit. Wait, do you believe you already know it all? Now I wish to learn more about this world. But let's turn the choice. So what should I investigate first? Let's turn this choice off. Because I want to see. I cannot turn it. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe just not within this scene. Oh, is it on? No. Oh, I see. Oh, so that's what the flower is. Oh, so I'm in window mode, not. Okay, I get it. Okay. And this one is not actually highlighted. Yeah, for some reason I see the lit up, I saw the lit up one as the active option. I would have flipped the two colors on this. Right? Anyway, return. I'd be going crazy. Let's hope the developer never actually watches this game then. So what should I investigate first? Yellow butterfly is the hint. So what does the game want me to do? Not that. As you have wisely chosen, we will not proceed quite yet. What are you talking about? Sometimes what seems familiar might not be as it appears. Your caution will serve you well. After all, I know that you do not yet understand one of your most important commands and duties. No, it is not the back command that I plan to provide instruction on. Stop highlighting it. Why do you want to learn about the back command? All the back command gives you is a power over time and space to go backwards and see what you have already done, or erase your current choices and redo them. You can also go back by reading a page up in the story, or by rolling your mouse wheel backwards. Also, why you have a mouse on a wheel, but why would you use this power? Suddenly, yeah, he's trying a bit too hard to stay in character. So, am I supposed to click that? Nope. Wait. I think I was supposed to click that. So this is a repeat, but this is not, right? Oh, haha, very funny. I will warn you that you will not always be able to return to the past. Some choices are unchangeable, so think carefully before you act. Do you know what will always allow you to return to the past and protect you against the consequences of your own action? The save game. It's not only the villainess you need to save. This is a bit too handholdy. Welcome to the Gallery of Memories. There are many exhibitions you can use to create the memories you wish to save. Of course, you have no idea how art works. Allow me to simplify things. These are empty pictures. What do you do with empty pictures? Perhaps that is too many pictures for you. Let us take a look at one empty picture. See, do we need this tutorial on how to save a game? When you move over an empty picture, you will be able to fill it with a picture of your memories to save and return to in the future. No, you cannot practice painting now. You can save yourself on your own time. Hopefully, I have painted enough of a picture for someone like you. So this is just dragging out the game/demo, right? So what should I investigate first? So now these things are glowing. And I don't actually have the save option here. Or I don't have the bar at the bottom here. Well, I will definitely not be able to find anything in my pockets because I don't have any. Because I do not appear to have pockets. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, click here and then click save, you think? No, but this never lit up anyway. Oh, I see. So when I hit escape, I'm already on the save screen. But see, now this button is highlighted. Earlier it wasn't, right? Anyway. Unfortunately, this dress is even more mysterious than the lack of pockets. Why is someone riding the beautiful carriage wearing something like this? Yes, it goes into Skyhole. The biggest mystery is, how did I not become naked trying to walk in this outfit? Yep. How are these rags staying on my body? Still, I need to solve my immediate problem. Why am I riding this fancy carriage while wearing this dissolving outfit? This dress looks like something that has survived numerous attempts to destroy it, and then was used to birth several puppies. How do you know what puppies look like? So you do remember other things. Hungry puppies. My head also hurts. Was I in this dress while it was attacked by hungry puppies? Was that something from one of the books I used to read? Smut. So apparently I read. That is probably useful to know. In fact, this dress looks like something a beggar from a book would wear. See, they're just stretching out this like Otome game introduction thing, right? But when I look closer, this dress appears to have once been very beautiful. This was not cheaply made. I think that the point is that the point they're trying to make but are dragging out is that you're a character in a book that you've read before. You just don't understand. You just don't remember how the book went. They're trying to cleverly introduce the whole Isekai thing. She's like, oh, I've read this book before. But yeah, this dress also appears to have been damaged not just by wear but by force. The dress and I have also not been washed for weeks based on the overwhelming smell. How long is this? That long? Nope, a little bit longer. If I am in this fancy carriage, why could I not change out of this ragged dress? What happened to me? Could not change because I was a prisoner. I could not change because I was poor. Obviously this. Based on the original quality of the dress, this was not made for someone who was poor. This was a dress made for a wealthy woman. Why is it in such terrible condition? Was I kept in a place where I could not clean myself or change into something else? A place like a prison? I certainly feel tired and hurt enough to have been in prison. You know what? Let's go back and pick the other option. No. So how can I explain being attacked by a pile of hungry puppies? I must be a beggar who does not care about personal hygiene. Obviously, I've smuggled myself onto a fancy carriage, possibly to escape the puppies. I might as well rest until someone notices the smell and removes me. So why should I investigate? Okay, so that loops around in a weird way. It doesn't seem to affect anything though, right? Hopefully I'm not being moved from one prison to another. It concludes, not loops around. What does that mean? Even more importantly, I hope that wherever this carriage is going, they will allow me to wash myself and my dress. You're meant to be solving a mystery. Oh, I see. Okay. Although I'm not sure either of us will survive water at this point. So I could pick the wrong conclusion, but still come to a correct conclusion later on for the overall mystery. Possibly, if the game allows me to. Maybe looking outside will be helpful. The pace of the game is really slow. That would be my main complaint. Like they didn't need to take like 10 seconds to slide the girl over to the chair. Surely I can learn something useful from where we are traveling, so let us see what the curtains are hiding. You're barely moving at all. Opening the curtain and staring out the side window was not my most useful idea. There are many trees, but even with those strange flickering lights, it is too foggy and dark to see much of anything else, including the front of the carriage. Someone must be driving me, but there is something very strange about the way we are moving. The carriage is moving so slowly that I cannot feel the ground moving beneath us. It almost feels like as if we are going back and forth in the same place. The driver has also never spoken to me, even when I yelled to get his attention. Also, the view is not moving. But that might be a budget issue, right? Should I be concerned? I'm concerned that I did not hire this driver. Why care? Let workers do their job in peace. Let's pick the wrong answer first. If I'm going to dream of guillotines, I should show more appreciation for workers. I know how those kinds of stories end, and there is only one side of the guillotine that I want to be on. If I want to keep my head attached to my neck, I need to think like a true working class hero. Therefore, the working class has good reason to not respect freeloaders in carriages. Be rude to your employer, driver. What nonsense is that? I'm concerned that I did not hire this worker. As beautiful as this carriage is, it obviously belongs to someone with a lot of money. I do not seem like the kind of person who would own this carriage, and the driver is not treating me as if I am paying his wages. Servants listen to the people who is paying them. If the driver is not listening to me, what is this? Why is this yes? Oh. I think it's automatically jumping to the third answer. Oh no, it's not. He might not have my best interest in mind. See, like that was an unnecessary and long animation. So what should I investigate? Yeah. Cushions, hands, body parts. Well, when I investigate my body, my feet hurt enough for me to wonder whether or not they are still attached. The good news is that my feet are still attached to the rest of my body. The bad news is that there definitely a reason for my feet to be hurting. I hate disrespecting the ominous cushions, but this is the only place with enough light to see my feet. Unfortunately, not only are my feet filthy, there's a strange and consistent bruising around my ankles. The bruises hurt and seem to be recent based on the colors. How did I get a ring of bruises around my ankles? So what's the silly answer here? Never put your feet inside a bear trap. Fine. So slow. I mean, it is good advice here. That's true. I'm obviously a very natural person based on the amount of very natural dirt I'm carrying on my body. What is more natural than taking a walk in the woods and getting caught in a bear trap? My ability to solve mysteries is legendary. So slow. No matter how hard I grip my ankles, I could not possibly create this kind of damage. This looks like something was attached to my ankles. Something that was heavy and hard enough to badly bruise them. See, why do you do that bouncing animation? Was I shackled? No way. What happened to me? More importantly, how did someone with heavy shackles on their ankles manage to get out of the shackles? So what would be the one job I could have that would allow me to be in and out of shackles regularly? If I'm a failed magician, I'm going to be very angry. Don't think you have much to worry about on that front. If I really looked at my hands, I know I was injured earlier and had blood on both my right hand and my neck. Perhaps I can learn more by looking closely at my hands. My head also feels like it was split in two, and I want to know why. A good place to start would be for me to find the source of the blood that was on my hands when I touched my head and neck. So let me see if my right hand has any clues for me. This does not make any sense. There was blood on my hand. I know there was. Okay, so the disappearing wound is actually part of the story. I just need to touch my neck again. This is bizarre. Not only is the blood without a source, look, we're at 1000x again. There no longer seems to be any blood at all. I cannot feel any injuries. I cannot even detect any bandages or stitches to stop the bleeding I felt. Even the blood that was there earlier is gone now. My hand and neck are completely clean except for like this dirt stain over here, this dirt stain over here, and over here. Source was in the last game, yeah, exactly. Even if I could heal in minutes, the blood on top of the wound should still be there. I do not understand what is happening, but I do have another hand. Perhaps that hand will not betray me. So what does my left hand have to offer? Well, this hand has no blood on it, imaginary or otherwise. I have neither calluses nor scarring. I have also never dug dirt with these nails. Yeah, it is kind of an unusual game. These are not the hands of someone who spent a lot of time using them for anything other than gesturing. I feel as if whoever I am, like crooking fingers at people. The finger crooking muscle is well developed. But why is there a faded circle around the bottom of my fourth finger? She had to move aside so that this thing could appear. I hurt my hand and the scar faded. I recently removed a long worn ring. Wrong answer again. How does someone get a scar in a perfect circle around the bottom of their finger? It will be an old injury, one that will make sense with the kind of life I used to lead, and that will fade evenly over time. I obviously got my finger trapped in the mouth of a glass bottle. Obviously. I'm worried that whoever I am now was once too stupid to live. Obviously. The game's mocking the player for picking the wrong answer. Why would I have a ring mark on the fourth finger of my left hand unless... Was I engaged? Married? Unless this is the plot of a very naughty book, I'm sure that the lover would not have me tossed half naked and injured into a carriage by myself. At the very least, one would think I would still have a ring or some sign of the support. I am deeply afraid that my taste in lovers was very much like the state of my body right now. They both stink. So what should I investigate? Cushions. Cushions is the last choice, right? Cushions cannot be this beautiful and this terrifying without having secrets hidden in them. I will find everything you are hiding from me, even if I have to rip you apart by hand. Ooh, what is this? Oh, just like time passing? No, this is actually something. This is a fight. It is a fight. I'm fighting an ominous cushion. Wait. The cushions sparkle in the light. What is this, Undertale? The animations are going to kill me. Okay, attack. Doink. Doink. The cushions are unmoved. Seems like Undertale to me. Or at least they're copying like the kind of vibe. Attack. Reminds me of To the Moon. I don't remember To the Moon. The cushions loom ominously. It's been a long time since I played that game. Oh, I can actually click to... Yeah, that's ironic. Yeah, I know. It's about memories and forgetting memories. Yeah, I remember the emotional impact of To the Moon. I don't actually remember the gameplay enough to connect this game with that. The cushions are too ominous. What does that even mean? Defeated by cushions. At a random squirrel fight for no reason. These cushions are both beautiful and made of material much stronger than me. Yeah, that was a pointless fight, yeah. And the animations were so slow, although apparently I could skip them. I've been defeated by cushions. Perhaps there is something I can learn from this experience. So I can actually skip them by clicking on the thing, I guess. These cushions must be wildly expensive, like this carriage. Its ornaments contain enough gold to fund a small nation. Whoever I am, I know when something is expensive, even though, based on my condition, I am not an expensive person. Therefore, this is not my beautiful carriage. This is not my beautiful ride. Click. This carriage belongs to a wealthy owner, someone I do not remember taking me to a place I do not know. Yet, why would this owner of this expensive carriage want to provide comfort to me? She moves aside so that an option can appear. The cushions are a trap. Fine. Wherever I was before, I was badly injured and developed an allergy to guillotines. Even though I may only have a few minutes of memory, I will not be fooled by people trying to trick me into getting comfortable. Obviously, this is just a way to lull me into a false sense of security before the cushions murder me. It is not paranoia if they really are out to get you. Okay, before I do that, I should save. Just in case this actually leads to some weird bad end or something. If some villain plans to make me comfortable before destroying me, I will beat them to death with these cushions. Once I figure out how to remove them. So what should I investigate? Now the door. Okay. So let's roll back. Oh. I rolled back too far. I was injured, ragged, and about one gust of wind from being blown away into the sky before getting on this carriage. I was not well enough to sneak onto this carriage, and I could not have gotten in here by accident. Another reason that I could not have sneaked into this carriage is that even though the driver does not seem to care about me, he must know I am here. I even called out to him. That means that someone has deliberately placed me in this carriage and on these cushions. The person who brought me here, my patron, did not treat my injuries or provide me with new clothes or a bath, but perhaps they thought the cushions would cure me? Seems a little off. Would anyone notice if I took the cushions with me when I left? They are the only support I have right now. So what should I investigate? No more investigation, it is time to deduce. I've realized... No more choices for you. I've learned my lesson. Left to your own devices, you will choose to fight cushions. I must find a way to convince you to make better choices. Wow. You understand what this is? This is a lock. L-O-C-K. What does a lock do? Yes, it locks. In this case, one of your options is locked. Because of your previous terrible choices, the path that will proceed to a better future is closed to you. Should you make clever choices, or rather if the villainess makes clever choices, a better path will be unlocked and available. Ah. Wait, do not be too eager to ignore the path that will end in failure. In a world of many possibilities, there are some things you can only learn when all hope is lost. Will you lock yourself to the story you most want to hear, or can you open yourself to the truth? I've realized that I am doomed. Well, this is actually unlocked. Why? What is this? Ha. But I did fight the cushion still. Well, I guess I didn't. But then that other conversation should not have appeared. Let's do this anyway. The cushion fight always happens so they can be snarky about it. Yeah. I do not know what I am doing or where I'm going. I do not even know my name. Was I a prisoner? Was I a failed escape artist? Did I run away from a bear trap with a bottle attached to my finger? Why is someone dressed like I am riding in a carriage that looks like this? I think I somehow already hurt myself, but perhaps I only hallucinated doing so? Am I dreaming? Am I awake? We have a sun and a moon here, so it's not real. I have no idea what is happening or what I am meant to do. Maybe I should try to just try to sleep this nightmare away. I am so tired. Perhaps when I wake, the world will finally make sense. What is happening? Why did the carriage stop? Can I actually rewind? Yeah, I can rewind. Okay. Hello? Is someone there? I'm apparently being set on fire. The carriage is on fire. Help, Mr. Driver. Please help me. No one is responding. I need to get out of here. Someone opened the door, knocked the lantern down, and closed the door. This door has no handle. It cannot be opened from the inside. I must escape. Let's fight the cushions again. The window. I will go through the window. No, I cannot go out the window. Because there is nothing outside of the window. How can I escape into an endless void? There is no way out. I can dive into the void or burn alive. Except that I cannot even break the window. It hurts. Why is this happening? Why are you doing this to me? Why? Void. See you in another life. Sure. Okay. Wait, those are... Hey, these options are different now. But I didn't click this. Or at least I don't remember clicking it when I loaded the game. I guess it auto-highlighted. I must have clicked it without realizing. That part is weird, but that's okay. While I might not remember my name, I certainly remember power. Unfortunately, I also know that I currently have none. I was injured and imprisoned, lost a long-term engagement or marriage, and am currently traveling to an unknown location surrounded by ominously comfortable cushions. However, this is not how I always lived. I was obviously once wealthy. My clothes are only still attached to my body because they were made of fine, expensive material. How else could they survive both prison and hungry puppies? On the literal other hand, my poor fingers have obviously never faced a choice more serious than which servant to crook my pointer finger at before I wound up here. So how did I go from luxury to misery to this beautiful carriage? After using my investigative genius, I can safely say it is because I used to be someone with wealth and spectacular taste in lace. Yet I was somehow imprisoned by powerful enemies, possibly because they were offended by my sense of style. However, someone with even more power and a greater respect for lacework rescued me out of prison and placed me in their expensive carriage. This is information I can use to survive. Or at least I could use this information if I was not trapped on a carriage ride to nowhere with a driver who refuses to speak to me. Just need a moment to think. Look at that pose. Lady, you're on camera. I could have sworn I saw a light in the window. Am I imagining things? For a moment, I felt more real and less like a creature lost in a strange dream. More importantly, was it like someone coming to meet the carriage? That gives me an idea. I know that the patron who put me out of prison had the power to rescue me and put me in this gold-lined carriage. That means my patron must have both money and political power. If only I could borrow some of my patron's power that people obviously respect. Is the carriage stopping? I have a bad feeling about what the driver is planning to do by stopping in the middle of nowhere with no destination in sight. I have no way to protect myself with my dissolving dress and unmovable yet ominous cushions, so I will have to find some other kind of power. With apologies to the revolution, I am going to have to use the most ancient path to power, fire. Oh, name dropping the most powerful person I know. Thank goodness you are here, Mr. Driver. I'm glad you came to speak to me about speeding up the pace of our journey. After all, when I looked out the window, I can see the light of my patron ahead. My patron is obviously impatient with how slowly we are traveling. At this rate, my patron will be here before you even reach the front of the carriage again, and that will be unfortunate for you. If you do not drive me to where I meant to go immediately, I am worried that my patron might be upset with you. After all, I do not wish any harm to come to you. Power to the workers who make the country and this carriage run. Did you catch any of that? Did it work? No, not you, the driver. I was trying to overwhelm him with words. I knew name dropping the owner of the carriage was the way to survive. I'm the driver. Oh, I didn't name drop the owner of the carriage though, did I? Not by name. I'm just saying patron. Also, look, the moon has now changed to the symbol has now changed to a moon. So back here we were trapped in some fantasy world thing. Here we're back into the normal world again. The rights of the working class are very important, but sometimes you need to have the power to purchase large carriages to make things happen. Finally, I'm getting somewhere. Yeah, the trees are moving now. Perhaps this time I shall even remain conscious. The purpose of existence is that one should become conscious. Carl Jung. Now the wheels went to the right this time, instead of to the bottom. Chapter 2, The Tower. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. Carl Jung. Reading from a manifesto, are we? We probably won't finish this demo. We probably won't come back to this demo either. But I'll let the last 6 minutes run and we'll see where we go. Ooh, are we getting another theme song? Ah. So this part is trippy, I like it. Guillotines. Villainess, sorry. There are so many stories that can take you on journeys to your dreams and nightmares. You imagine yourself the heroine in every one of them. Do you remember? Do you remember your sanctuary from a cruel and unforgiving world? Do you remember the hours spent reading until your eyes were so dry you could no longer weep? See, stuff like this does make me want to come back and see what the rest of the demo is like. So many charming stories featuring swooning sweethearts who could overcome all obstacles to their love. This might be the rest of the demo, yeah? You have spent countless hours with perfect princess, icy northern dukes, and charming childhood friends. See, this part I like a lot. Not for us, but for all. But it is easy enough to leave a story hanging. Can you do the same with your own life? Can you walk away when you are trapped in a story? Spoilers. You may not have realized, but you are trapped in a tale you once knew well. Right, with the power to write your own story, what would you want for yourself? Power, love, or something else entirely? You are alone and do not know who or what you can trust. Do you seek to keep the isolation, or will you take the risk to reach out? Biscuits on the table. Above all else, a single wrong choice, a moment of inappropriate hesitation, and you will not live to leave this cursed story. Ooh, a scythe. If you would protest that sweet stories should not have such danger, remember that not everyone in such tales can be loved by their creators. Isn't that a scythe? Isn't that how you pronounce it? I've always pronounced it scythe. Is that not how you pronounce S-C-Y-T-H-E? Scythe? Really? I've always pronounced it scythe. Wow. In the magic of storytelling, for the heroine to succeed, there must be something to succeed against. Scythe. I'll blame it on an accent or a dialect. If there is a heroine, there must also be a villain or villainess. However, the devil is in the details. All hope is not lost. Perhaps you can shine a light on what is wrong with this world. What is the balance between your sins and your glory? Trust your judgment, or be weighed as undeserving. I wonder if all these are places that you'll visit in the actual real game, because some of those places look really nice, right? But also really different from each other, like that courthouse place. Shall we remember the tale you have forgotten? Shall it end as it began? The story awaits. Buy my game. You put too much effort into them for just this? Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a lovely heroine who wanted to be loved. Her golden locks and deep blue eyes showed that she was worthy of the kind of devotion that can only be found in dreams. Though she was but a commoner in a land of noble magicians, her power and beauty made her a flower rising out of the filth of her birth. All those who knew this heroine told her how special she was, and that she was destined to find love with one as special as herself. Is it heroine or heroine? I kind of do both as well. I kind of go back and forth. Yet her beloved was engaged to a wicked noblewoman. Could the heroine capture her beloved's heart? and win their happily ever after. First, the heroine had to overcome the most terrifying of opponents, her beloved's fiancé. Yeah, I can kind of do both, yeah. The Villainess. That's me. Is something supposed to happen here? Oh, they're different colored hearts, so... No, maybe they're not. Am I supposed to click? Supposed to click? See, the game doesn't tell me these things. Sometimes it just flows, and sometimes it loops until I click. Does it feel as if you are getting nowhere? There are many stories, many truths in this world. This is the one you need to know now. Lady Jane Neville, who would have thought? Is that my name? What was the yes for? Order. I will have order in this court. I am presiding over this trial, and I will have order. I feel I'm getting nowhere. Yeah. Look, we get this courtyard scene right away. Lady Jane Neville, you stand accused of harassing a promising and productive citizen of the great kingdom of Carcosa. Do you believe yourself to be above the law? Do you understand the seriousness of a situation? You have no defenders, there are no supporters to speak for you, and your own fiancé has, if I may interrupt, not until the verdict is pronounced. This is an impartial court. Lady Jane must be sentenced to execute. I insist. As the fiancé of Lady Jane Neville, I invoke my legal right to speak to her fate. Proceed. Does the court truly wish to make such a quick decision on her fate? To truly reflect on and understand her actions, she must be removed from this situation. I call for exile. Exile, 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 exile. Order, I will have order. By his right and the laws of Carcosa, the fiancé of Lady Jane Neville has determined her sentence. Lady Jane Neville is hereby condemned to exile. So all this time, you were the one that planned this. My fiancé, my beloved, my betrayer. See, that was a much better flowing scene. Exile, 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 exile. And not that crap in a carriage. Exile for one without support is the same as execute. Is this screen? I'm just noticing that. I feel like my window is a little bit off. No, it's correct. No, it's a little off. It is still kind of off. It's probably because I'm actually on Windows mode rather than full mode. It's fine. How attached are you to your head, my lady? I don't find this scary though. I find this trippy. Or I find this like artsy in a nice way. Horror game sell, yeah, that's true. In fact, we have played quite a couple now. 1000X was kind of horror. Homie Cypher was kind of horror. What in the name of bad romance orders was that? I think I just barely survived a potential murder attempt from my silent carriage driver. Was that murder attempt connected to my dream? My dream that I became the villainess in a terrible romance novel that I do not remember reading? That would explain why I am a rat-covered amnesiac who has a strong understanding of guillotines. Dystopian sci-fi, yeah, but he had some horror as well, with like the murders and stuff. Like that part of it. Like remember when we were walking through Kowloon and suddenly someone got shot in front of us? Yeah, that kind of horror. Obviously, a brilliant woman like me would normally play the role of the heroine, but someone must have decided that the villainess could use my investigative genius. That all means that I am currently trapped in the body of Lady Jane Neville, a woman whose name has evil written right into it. That's right. So if I want to survive, I must use my investigative genius to determine who wants to get rid of Lady Jane. Is everybody an answer? However, if that dream is true, then Lady Jane was mostly loathed by the heroine and Lady Jane's fiancé for being in the way of their romance. I call for exile. Based on that dream, Lady Jane's fiancé obviously wanted her to die miserably in exile, only to have his plans foiled by a patron who broke Lady Jane out of prison. By the way, we will stop when we reach our next main option thing, investigative thing. Who are these people? How could a high-ranking noblewoman like Lady Jane Neville be imprisoned for bullying in the first place? Because the game might end before then, so who cares? The important thing is that I find a way to survive this bad romance once I remember who my allies and enemies are. Serene, I'm serene. I am much smarter and better looking than any terrible writer of adulterous romances. I am now Lady Jane Neville, and I will stop any murderous fiancé with both subtlety and my knowledge of bad romance novels. What was rude? I just need to get out of this carriage first. Oh, I see. I did not mean that I wanted to leave that quickly. Am I meant to leave here? Surely the driver cannot behave that suspiciously a second time. I've so enjoyed our conversations, Mr. Driver. I will miss them wherever it is I'm going. Somehow, this view is even less appealing than it was when I saw it through the window. But bye, Mr. Driver. Wait! Are you planning to leave me here? Wherever here is? What am I meant to do now? Hope for enlightenment? Fine then, let there be light. What? Is this necessary? Can I click through this? I can click through this. It slowly reveals took its time revealing the silhouette of the house. And the zoom into a bird, the slow zoom out again. So the carriage dumped me in front of a house. Well, that was not at all ominous. This place is not at all suspicious or murderous. What next? Will the dead now call for me? Come closer. So slow. I'm gonna click through this. Well, there wasn't much more to it apparently. Now this one I'll look at though. Yeah. Nice butler uniform. Assuming that's what you are. Ah, that is much better. I've been waiting for you, Lady Jane Neville. Why is this flashing? Oh. Welcome to the house. I thought I could click on it or something, but that just advanced the animations. So that confirms that the dream was real. I accidentally clicked the button. I'm trapped in the body of a villainess with amazing hair and poor taste in man. It's reassuring to know that someone in this story is both polite and willing to not instantly murder me. Yet, if I'm currently this story's villainess, how much can I truly trust this person? I have 1,000 questions to go along with my new name, but I cannot afford to ask any questions unless I'm very careful. snooze that break. I must be careful, clever, calm, and in control. I must find the perfect way to respond to this servant's welcome. This is a lovely house. Do people often survive the night here? Yes, for certain definitions of survive. That is very comforting. If by comforting I mean afraid this is yet another person out to murder me for Lady Jane's past villainy, maybe I should see if I can subtly learn their identity. I assume we will be spending some time together. What should I call you that will not make you want to murder me? I am they who serves. I assure you do not want me to call for they who serves when I am trying to survive the night here. If you are unable to translate serve into a name, servant will serve both of us. Maybe clever is an impossible goal for me right now. So instead, I should say something that sounds like I am a perfectly normal, non-villainess who knows how to not be suspicious. If this person is dressed as a servant and I'm supposed to be a noble lady, I should say, I don't know, what am I supposed to say? Am I allowed to rest? This has been a difficult night. May I have a bed, hot meal, and an entirely new life? Not necessarily in that order. I'm currently unable to grant permission for soul transfers, but I'm disappointed in our lack of ambition. If you must plead for permission, why not request a new world as well as a new life? Can I request a new world then? One without so much exile and adultery? You can request whatever you wish. So, will I get a new world if I ask for it? No. Are you paid to be mysterious? Not at all. I freely provide the service. I'm unsure if you're just being mysterious or if you are trying to delay before we enter the manor. Time is a terrible thing to waste. Shall we proceed? Let us see this charming house. I hope that it and you will meet all my needs. So I'm guessing that if you just went to that other conversation, it will probably just jump straight to that. And it's probably the correct conversation. Time is too important to waste. So far, I've not been murdered. I would like to continue surviving by asking smart questions and being led to a safe bed. I look forward to you providing me with both answers and pillows. I admire your commitment to knowledge and pillows. Of course, one of these things is more likely to strangle you in your sleep. My pillows will strangle me in my sleep? Not if you have sufficient knowledge. Then I will not let myself be defeated. I will find the information I need. I will spend all night grappling with it if necessary. No matter how hard, no matter how long, I will succeed. I believe in your stamina, my lady. Should you work up an appetite, I'm happy to serve. After all, I admire someone who can handle difficulties that are both long and hard. Yeah, the next investigative scene. But I think at this point, once we go in, I'll stop. I don't want to save the game outside here in the cold. I'm unsure if you're just being mysterious or if you're trying to delay. Yeah, so this part is the same. Let us see this charming house here. I hope that we will both provide all that you desire. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be cold in my save file. I try not to save my characters outside in the cold like that. Welcome, Lady Jane. May you find what you seek. After you. There were at least 2 crosscode episodes where I went into a house to save so that I wouldn't have to save outside in the cold. I just didn't talk about it. Okay, once this animation finishes, I'm saving. So, thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. We can continue this tomorrow if you want. I can't imagine there's much more left in this demo, but at least we'll see what this manor is about. Then we'll jump into some other games that are not visual novels. Probably just for a change of pace. Probably not much left here. There are some parts of this game that I really like. The starting music, the in-between chapters part, to some extent the narrator. The drawings are nice, stuff like that. The animations are a little bit too much. though. Like, this part is nice. Like, what's happening? It's very mysterious. It's very like artsy. Yes, thank you for snoozing those ads again. So that whatever the hell's happening here is right up my alley. I swear, if we start the game tomorrow and within 5 minutes we hit buy the game, I'm not buying the game. I mean, I'm probably not buying the game regardless, but at least I might put it on my wish list, you know? This might be it right now, yeah. It feels like it, right? It feels like it. Unless you two are telling me that you've actually played the demo and you know that this is the end of it. Okay, so it is actually not the end of the demo. You startled me. People come and go so quickly around here. People come and go as they must. Whether it's fast or slow is a matter of perspective. Somehow I can move my mouse and this thing goes up and down. Why? I don't know. Oh, stop right there. Have you noticed yet that your perspective is not the same? Of course you have not. Let me try to simplify things. I want to read this as well. This is interesting. This is Jane. If you move, Jane will move too. See Jane move. There will be moments where the perspective changes and you will be able to see things more clearly. Should you look around, you will be able to discover things that might have been hidden or not. If there are voices blocking what you can see, you can hide them from view while you explore. Like you. Pay attention, find what is hidden, but above all else... Oh, I pressed the button again. Save the Villainess. Please tell me that this is the end of the demo. Nope. Maybe. See, but here I can actually only go up and down, right? I can't actually go side to side. See, my biggest worry is tomorrow we start this game and it's over in like 5 minutes. Why can't I? Did I load the game? Did it really make me load the game? I thought I hit save the game. I think it made me load the game. Okay, you know what? Yeah, okay, we're done. I'll see if I can advance it to that thing tomorrow, but for the purposes of this stream, I don't like this save load thing. I was pretty sure I was on save there. But apparently not. I was trying to save over the slot. No, I'm not. Well, even if I do, it wouldn't be on stream. Or it wouldn't be through the demo. So yeah, I guess we did get a pretty good Rampy games all use this similar type of menu. Yeah, but I don't know. I suppose the subtlety between which button is loaded, which button is clicked, is a bit weird. Anyway, yes, have a wonderful evening. I appreciate y'all coming by, as always. Tomorrow we shall explore more menus. Take care, rest your wings. Nice having y'all here. Good night, sweet dreams, when applicable. I will rest my crooking finger. Yeah. Hacky grace. Have a good day. Bye. And mouse scrolling finger. Yeah. Bye.